And we are live. Welcome everybody to Chosen Wisdom Football. Thank you for joining. Today is the big one. Today is Manchester United against Chelsea. The big game. This game's usually, I say usually, but not always, quite interesting, quite good. There's usually goals in this game. So today, at least, we hope we're going to get a good game. Thank you guys. Smash the like, turn on your notifications, and if you haven't yet subscribed, people, please subscribe below. It's a brand new channel. As always, on this channel, it's about objectivity as much as anything. We say what we see and not just how we feel here. It's not just an emotional fan channel where we scream and we cry all the time. We try to break things down, analyze things, and assess what the hell is going on. Simply using our eyes, guys. Simple that. Simple that. So yeah, guys, thanks for joining. This game should be a good game. RUUD's second game. I think RUUD's gonna manage maybe 2 or 3 games. Maybe another game RUUD might manage after this one before, of course, the new manager, Ruben AMORIM, comes in. I haven't still, since AMORIM has come in, I haven't given my full opinion. I haven't really spoken about it that much. I'm open-minded about Ruben AMORIM. I've seen enough videos about his tactics. I've seen enough videos about his style of play and all of these things. So I know probably just as much as the average fan about Ruben AMORIM. I like what I see so far, but I am not gonna be one of those fans that's gonna be over or getting overexcited. Like, I've done the Van Gaal, I've done the Mourinho, I've done the Oli, and I've done the Ten Hag, and I was excited about all 4, and neither one of them brought us league titles. So I'm done. Like, Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, and I'm not one of those people that, oh my god, Ruben Amorim's gonna come in, like, it's gonna be the best thing ever. Yes, of course I'm excited. I'm a Man United fan, but I'm not gonna be saying, oh, we're back, we're back now, Man United, we're back, and all these things. Listen, let's see what happens, because Ten Hag was supposed to be that guy to come in and implement something new, and I don't think he did. And even now, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Ruud van Nistelrooy, I was hoping that he would show us something different to what Ten Hag was showing us in terms of formation, in terms of players. But this guy, Van Nistelrooy, is playing the same front 3 that failed us last season. Yes, failed us. That front 3, in my opinion, is the worst front 3 I've seen. I mean, it's not an opinion, it's a fact. Factually, we haven't, like, last season we scored 58 goals or something, I believe. The lowest goals we've ever scored, ever. When we had Martial, Greenwood, and Rashford, we were fine. When we had Ibrahimovic, we were fine. Like, this front, Hojlund, who scored 15 goals out of 60 games he played. Garnacho, who scored about 10 goals out of 50 games. This is the worst midfield. They don't pass. All they want to do is cut in and shoot, the wingers. Hojlund can't hold the ball up. Hojlund can't bring people into play. We've seen Hojlund the whole of last season. He was dreadful. He didn't offer us anything. And we're starting with that same front 3. And once again, the reason why I'm annoyed is because we do not see Ahmad. And that is why I'm annoyed at RUUD. I thought with RUUD, we might see a bit more technical football. I thought the running around, pace and power. I know we need pace and power in this league. This is the Premier League. And the Premier League is not really technical. It is, but it's not the most technical league. It's a league that's the most aggressive. Therefore, someone like Ugarte will survive in this league because he's more aggressive. But he wouldn't really survive playing for PSG because PSG are playing a more technical game. Technical footballers, I've just realised, as much as I like technical footballers, they don't always last long at Man United. Whether you're Varane, whether you're Pogba, Man United fans, especially the ones up north, the stupid ones, the Brexit ones, they don't like technical footballers. They like footballers that go on, son, tackle and run, and they almost want a rugby match. They want you to get stuck in and get muddy, and they like the garnachos who run around and all of these things. They don't like the technical, savvy football. They don't like the Louis van Gaal keep the ball, ticky-tacky football. If Pep came to Manchester United and tried to implement a tiki-taki football, a more technical game, the fans wouldn't have it. The fans wouldn't have it. The fans would be impatient to see the fruits of it. They'd want instant success as well. So I'm annoyed that we're not seeing Ahmad, and that's another reason why I'm like, do you know what? I'm glad that RUUD isn't taking over, because RUUD is not showing us anything new. When Giggs took over as interim, when Carrick took over as interim, both of those coaches at the time showed us something new or something different to the manager who got sacked, right? Whether it's starting a player or dropping a player, dropping Ronaldo, or whatever it might be, they did that. This guy RUUD isn't doing anything different. He's starting the same front three that failed us. He's not trying to start Zirkzee. He's not trying to get Ahmad in. He's not trying to change the formation. He's not trying to drop Bruno. And that is sad for me. That's the sad thing. That's why I need RUUD only. I'm glad he's only interim. My problem with that statement, obviously, is not. There's no problem with the statement. But the problem with my position is that if the new manager, who's permanent, he'll be here for 3 years, unless something really drastically bad happens. If he comes in and he chooses Garnacho and he chooses that front three, I'm going to be stuck with watching that front three for the next 3 years because the new manager likes them. And I'm terrified. Terrified that the new manager is going to... I hope the new manager is good enough to identify the fact that those three that I mentioned, Rashford, Hojlund and Garnacho, cannot play together. The only way that these guys can play together is against a team that's much better than us, and all we're doing is counter-attacking, and we're not going to have any possession of the ball. And all we can offer is counter-attack, and that's it. Those players can work then. But other than that, they're not going to keep the ball, and we're not going to do a lot with that front three. In this match against Chelsea, though, that aside, and yes, I've said all of that, but against Chelsea, and I believe it's at Old Trafford, anything can happen. Anything can happen. So, long term, that front three is dead. But against this Chelsea side, which I assume will have most of the ball, and I assume we're gonna do the whole sit back and counter attack. That's what we're gonna do. That's, I'm hoping that's what he's seeing, and I'm hoping that's why he's choosing that front three. But that front three can't keep the ball, so I don't know what kind of game we're gonna have. We're gonna have Man United trying to penetrate quickly on the break, and we're gonna have Chelsea keeping the ball, and that's the kind of match we're gonna see today. So let's strap in, get your drink. I'm eating my food. I've got my tea. Let's go, people. Let's see what's on offer, man. It should be a very intriguing game. Big up everyone inside. Almost 10K in here. I'm joking. Almost 500 people watching. There you go. And we are off, people. All right, Hojlund. I mean, Hojlund is not going to improve technically too much. But one thing he can improve over time is his ability to to lean into players. Because one thing about Hojlund that I don't like, guys, he's always leaning into players like he's trying to get a wine on the player. And he's always getting thrown around. I remember the first season, he's always been thrown around. He's always on the floor. And I was like, this guy's pathetic. What a pathetic striker. I've never seen such a striker that's always on the floor, always trying to back their bums. Like, it's such a... Hey! But if he improves that, because he needs to learn how to hold the ball up. If he can't hold the ball up using his technicality, i.e. his first touch and his movement and his spatial awareness, then at least try to hold the ball up using your physicality, using your body. Yeah? He doesn't do either. And he's not gonna, like, players don't really improve that much technically. They don't. So the best thing I can see happening with Hojlund is him to learn to hold the ball up using his body, physically over time, which, who knows, hopefully he'll get better at. But we're keeping the ball right now. Right now, we're on the attack. Only 1 minute gone. 1 minute 50 seconds gone, and so far we've pinned Chelsea back. But Chelsea are pushing us back now towards our goalkeeper, and Dallow's gone back to the keeper. So 2 minutes down. Very early start. Cool, cool. Both teams are going to want to play with a high line when they push up. And we're not going to get. By the way, I don't think we're going to get Sancho today because Sancho is on loan. Sancho is the loan with obligation, I believe, so he cannot play against United. Is he injured, Sancho? Because I don't think he played at Chelsea's last game either. And if he's not getting a game at Chelsea, then what the heck's going on? To be fair, Chelsea got Neto. Chelsea got ballers. Not being able to get a game at Chelsea because they've got Neto and Cuckoo and all these things. And Cuckoo? Um, yeah, and all those players. That's fine. That's one thing. But not being able to get a game at Man United because of Garnacho, that is a disgrace. Uh, Speak of Garnacho, he's got the ball. Yeah, we're definitely going for the runners, long ball into Hojlund sort of football today. I can tell. Even at Old Trafford, you can already tell the difference between the quality of the way that Chelsea play. All right, all right, nice. We're moving the ball though. Oh, control. That touch from both the touches from Bruno, then the touch from Hoyland, then the touch from Bruno. Rashford's playing on the left at the moment. Garnacho on the right. To be fair, I did mention I don't see a lot of difference between what RUUD is doing and what Ten Hag is doing. But to be fair, there isn't a lot of time for RUUD to implement anything different. I think RUUD's best bet is probably to follow something similar, make the players feel comfortable so they can play their game, rather than try to spend this next 2 weeks implementing his game for them to have to unlearn that and then learn the new manager system. It doesn't make sense. And the more I can complain that he's picking. I mean, I can complain that the system hasn't changed. I mean, I can complain that the players have not changed, but I can't really complain that the system has changed because I don't think it's enough time to implement a new system. But what I didn't expect, or what I did want anyway, was more Ahmed. A different way of looking at strikers rather than playing the Brunos and the Rashards. But it's good that RUUD moved Dallo back to the right, though. One thing I've always said, I didn't understand how we had two right backs with Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Dallo, and rather than buying a left back, which we needed because both our left backs are injured like forever, it seems they're never coming back. And rather buying a left back, we bought another right back and then sold the right back. So now we've got two right backs again. Our situation hasn't changed. The start of the season, we had Aaron and Dallo, the only fullbacks fit. Two right backs. We sold Aaron and we bought Mazraoui. So technically speaking, I know Mazraoui can. I know both fullbacks can play both left and right. I know that, but both of them, I reckon, if you're gonna ask them their favorite position, they'll both say right back. I reckon they'll both say that, and they both look more. But Dallo, to me, you have to play Dallo for me at right back. He played so well there last season. For many United fans, he was the player of the season. So to get the best out of him, just play him in his best position, and then play Mazraoui as the left back because he can play there. But what Ten Hag did was play Dallo as a left back and play Mazraoui as the right back. And I thought, no, you can't do that. So I'm glad that Ruud Van Nistelrooy, for me, is playing the right defensive team. Oh, Cole Palmer almost scored there. He dribbled through. A pass intercepted by Casemiro. Shot blocked by Ligt. Corner. That was close, guys. I thought Cole Palmer was going to score there. Yeah, that was a poor corner. Wasted. Wasted. Microwave, please. Add a half a teaspoon of the thing that's bad for us. I don't know why I'm not like it's some sort of illegal substance. It's called sugar. Right, the Ligt's on the ball. Oh, that's nice. Nice. There we go. Garnacho. Oh, that's poor. See, Garnacho is so crap, man. I don't care what nobody says to me, bruv. Garnacho is not good. Oh, Chelsea, quick free kick. Oh, that is so bad. Who did that? Oh, nice. Give it. Oh, Gusto. All right. Throw in for Chelsea. Good try. Nice try, Bruno. First 10 minutes gone. The way that the game is shaped up, it is going to be what I expected. And so far, the best opportunity has come really to Cole Palmer. If you're going to call it that. We haven't really had a shot on goal. That's nice. Why is Bruno slowing down? Oh, that is so bad, Bruno. That is so poor. What you just saw Bruno do just there with the ball, just lose it for no reason. There was no reason for him to do what he just. It's so crazy. He had the ball, and you know what I don't like when Bruno does? When Bruno walks with the ball. Everyone, like, even if you've got nowhere to go, be on your toes. Don't ever stand flat-footed when you got the ball at your feet because you're playing football. You're playing a sport. But every now and again, Bruno will get the ball and he'll take 2 or 3 steps, yeah, and he'll walk. flat-footed with the ball at his feet. Then I'm like, bro, like I've never seen anyone do that. Like, is it him showing how comfortable he is or supreme he is when he does that? Or I don't get it, because when he does that a lot of times, what he does next sometimes doesn't come off. Like this now, he just hoofed the ball and it didn't go anywhere. This game is a bit messy at the moment, guys. United, yeah, haven't strung about 6 passes together so far in this game. And I want you guys to understand here, the last game we played, at the end of the last game, when we had Zirkzee on the pitch and Ahmad on the pitch, and Mazraoui and all these guys, yeah, the way that we were passing the ball and keeping it against that Leicester team, the last 10-15 minutes, we haven't seen that from a Ten Hag team since the first season. We were keeping the ball well with those players who ended that match. Those are the players I want to see play for Man United. Not the same players that failed us last season in attack. They don't get another chance. Not like this. You don't get it. How can they get another 50 games and at the same time telling me that Sancho can't get one? These guys played the whole of last season and they were bad. And Sancho can't get one game at this club. Oh, corner from Chelsea that almost went in. I think it was a save from Onana. Might have been a flick on header from Fofana. Let me see. Oh, hit the post. No, it's not Fofana. It's Madueke. But Fofana was just gaining Fofana was trying to get Madueke, just getting in Madueke's way. He pushed Madueke. Oh man. Somebody's injured. Someone's gone down for Chelsea. Yeah, so it's Colwill. Is it Colwill? Yeah, yeah, he missed it. I can flip in the ball just literally about to land on Madueke's head. Madueke's standing there. The ball's about to land on his head. And Fofana just ran from where he ran and pushed. Hmm? He got in Madueke's way. Oh no. Rashford's on the ball on the left hand side. Ran with it all the way. Now he's got a corner. I was looking at Rashford, right? And I'm going to see how many times he looked up. Do you guys watch Rashford play football and look him and see how many times he stares at his feet and how many times he looks up and he's aware of what's around him? Because he's not changed. From the age of 18 when he first broke in and he looked at his feet and just ran and kicked the ball by staring at his feet. Something we're told not to do from the age of 5, and he still does. He hasn't changed. In about 10 years, he still plays football the same. His footballing IQ hasn't improved. Wow, Chelsea are acting dumb. What is that? Corner, part cleared by Chelsea. All right, Chelsea, I think, trying to counter attack here. Uh, that's not a good pass. So it looks like Chelsea are not playing that well either. Chelsea are struggling to string some passes together. And that's the thing. The head down and run sort of footballers, the pace that the brain dead ones who just want to run. The I always say the what's in that Wolves guy? The guy from Wolves, Traore from Wolves, Saint Maximum from Newcastle, Rashford for Man United, Garnacho for Man United. Just the Martinellis of this world. To get your head down and run footballers, I don't like them. I prefer the Sanchos. I prefer the Sakas. I prefer the footballers that think, that use their brain. I prefer the ones that slow the game down and not just run 100 man an hour only. That can stop the game, slow it down, find their man, play intelligent passes. I don't like the wingers that just run, cross. I need I need footballers who play on the wings, and that's why I can't like those wingers that I mentioned in the mold of what I've just mentioned. Wingers who just run, power, and then shoot or cross. Those sort of wingers. No. I prefer the Ryan Giggs. I prefer wingers that are footballers. Because Ryan Giggs, the only reason why Ryan Giggs, a winger, could move into central midfield is because he's a footballer first and foremost. He's got fundamentals. He can pass the ball. None of these wingers I mentioned, not Saint Maximum, not Rashford, not Garnacho, none of those wingers could move into central midfield in the end of their career. And none of those wingers could play central midfield right now. They don't have the technical ability to play central midfield and to deliver any range of passes from that position. Giggs could. And I guarantee you, other wingers in the past could have done it because they had technical foundations. These wingers, these pace and power ones that people love, the Rashfords, the St. Maximums, and all these guys, without their pace and their little stepovers, they've got no. Their technical ability is not that high. There's not a lot of guns to their. There's not a lot of bullets to their guns. There's not a lot of. They don't have a lot of Arsenal. Funny enough, they don't have a lot to their Arsenal apart from. And you take away their pace, I'm guarantee you those players I mentioned. You take away their speed, they become half the player that they are. And any player that you know, if you take away their speed, they become half the player. You know, understand what you're watching. Then you're watching mostly speed rather than technicality. As long as you understand what you're watching as a fan, then you can't go wrong. Anyway, cross from Bruno, cleared by who's playing the goal for Chelsea? I think it might be Sanchez. 19 minutes on the clock. United now have the ball, sort of mid block. Chelsea are in the mid block right now. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Hojlund goes down, yeah, all the time now, and I think that's one way for him to, I don't know, show his worth, because I'd rather him actually hold the ball up and bring others into play rather than always just go down. And just now when Hojlund went down, it didn't even look like a free kick. Oh my lord, Garnacho. This is depressing though, guys. It's starting to become very depressing, this match. Because the first 2-3 minutes of no football, the first 5-10 minutes of no football, that's fine. But we're now approaching a quarter of the game, and we haven't really seen anything apart from hoofing the ball to Rasmus. But here we go again. We've got the ball now. Hey, Mazraoui. Oh, Casemiro got nicked. Here we go. That was nice. That was nice. That's nice, Rashford. Oh, Bruno. That should have went in. That was a nice move from Rashford. I mean, we know Rashford can isolate his man. Bruno should get that on target. So Rashford cross, the keeper kicked it out, and he went straight to Bruno, and Bruno has to get that on target, man. I don't know, man. Hojlund's gone down in the box, guys, holding his face. Is it going to be VAR? No. Is Rashford? It's Rashford injured now. Oh, oh. How did Bruno miss that? Nice. Chelsea worked his way out of trouble nicely there. Nice, Mazraoui. Mazraoui's did well there. There we go. Counter attack for Man United. This is the football that we're gonna see. Nice, Garnacho. Oh, Garnacho. That shot was so soft. The way that the space opened up for him to pass it back to Rashford, because now after he just shot, yeah, the way that I've seen Rashford just stand there free, I'm like, how did all that space open up for Rashford? He could have easily passed the ball to Rashford just again. Give it back to him. Uh since this is how we're gonna play, since we are going to play a counter-attacking game, we have to take these chances. Rashford, why did Rashford? Okay, this one. See, Garnacho, rather than shooting, the space opened up, yeah, for him to pass it to Rashford. My issue, I got 100 issues with Garnacho. One of the main issues with Garnacho is his lack of footballing intelligence. He has none. He's zero. His decision making is so bad. And when he does shoot, it's usually, I mean, he does score goals like once every 10 games. But he's so selfish. I thought Rashford just shoots all the time. But Garnacho, my lord, he's the lack of quality and the lack of awareness in the front three is so bad. Oh, Jackson. I feel like Chelsea are just one pass away, just one pass away from forging out an opportunity. But what I am impressed with so far is that we haven't played good football, but we have been our structure looks good. I mean, Ugarte and Casemiro in that midfield too, gives us good defensive structure. There go Hojlund trying to wrestle again, giving away. This is a very weird game, you know. It's a very strange game because Chelsea are being very patient right now. I think both teams are being very patient, and I think both teams feel that they can win this game. Yep, tackle. Oh, Chelsea almost got life there. Chelsea can get Chelsea can be got at. And what's promising for me, even though we're not playing that well attacking wise and all of these things, what's promising is that I reckon, with Ten Hag in charge, maybe 3 or 4 games ago, most people would be thinking this is like a 3-0 game. And at least now, even without our new manager, we are, 26 minutes, and Chelsea haven't really created a chance. Not really. And it's been quarter of the game's gone, which is a good thing. It means, I've always said these players are not as bad. They're not as bad as a lot of fans think they are. I think fans don't understand how important systems and structures and ways of playing and patterns of play, how important these things are in football. There are no patterns that we follow when we play football. Through. Give it to Garnacho. It's offside now. See, the brain deadness of the footballers that we have. Two things, look, in that moment, guys, two things was going on. The timing of Garnacho's run, and he's onside actually. He's actually onside. He's actually onside. That's sad. The timing of Garnacho's run, as in Garnacho, the speed level with your man. You don't need to drift offside. There's plenty of space to run into. And the timing of Hojlund's pass. Neither of them were right. Hojlund passed it too late. He's lack of footballing IQ of knowing when to pass the ball. And Garnacho was running too early. So that move, that little situation there, which for me it's easy. Many teams, it's an easy ball over the top to Garnacho. He's on the halfway line. He's through on goal, and he couldn't even make that pass. And that's what I'm saying. That the IQ of these attackers to know where and when to pass the ball, what runs to make, all of these things. That's footballing brain. That's your IQ. That's your intelligence. These players lack that. Amongst the fact that they do also lack technicality. And the fact that RUUD is playing the same players, playing the same system is fine. There's not enough time to change the system. But he's playing almost the same players, and that is sad for me. The defensive, like, it looks very Ten Hag-y right now. And based on that, I'm glad that RUUD isn't, getting the main job. Wow. Chelsea are, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Chelsea are moving very lucky, Because I feel like every time we get the ball, we look like we're just one quality pass from being through on goal. Once again, Hojlund had the ball just now, and he could have released it to Garnacho, and once again, he held on to it for far too long. And I'm like, imagine if we had like a David Silva or Juan Mata. Imagine if we had actually technical footballers who played in that position. Or just somebody of quality that just knows what they're doing, knows when to release the football. You know? Oh, wow. Chelsea are just playing. Chelsea are playing weird. They're not as potent as I thought they were gonna be. When they go forward, they just look. They look soft. I don't know if they're missing Sancho. I don't know if Sancho's played that many games for them anyway. Sancho's probably played like 3 games for them. He hasn't played the last 2 games, Sancho. And he hasn't played this game. Yeah, that's a poor corner as well. And also the Chelsea corners have all like either been straight into Onana's hands, like that corner, or over the net. How can the corners of Chelsea being so bad? The 2 or 3 that they've had, they've done nothing with them. All in all, I think if this match ends in a draw, I think RUUD will take that. I think RUUD will take it. Oh, Bruno. Everybody stop and just look at what Bruno just did. I don't understand. Like, what happens in his brain for him to do that? He just picked the ball up from the back 4. The ball bounced up in the air and he just volleyed it into the Chelsea centre backs. And that's it. He volleyed it from the centre back position, and the volley went straight to the feet at the Chelsea centre back. He didn't need to volley it. He could have controlled the ball and just found the man, passed the ball and kept the ball. But something twitched into his brain just then, and he decided to hoof it the volley into the air to try to play a 50-yard volley. I'm like, oh, I could understand, guys, if Pogba was trying that, because we know Pogba is world class passer of the football. But I cannot believe I just saw Bruno Fernandes do that. It's anti-football. It's diabolical football. Imagine having a midfielder who picks the ball up from the back four, the ball in the air, and he just swings his foot, volleys it, hoofs it to just where? To nowhere. For no reason. And that's the captain of the club who does that on a regular basis. My gosh. That drives. He had time to just find a pass, Bruno. Bruno's awful, man. That is, I'm sorry, guys, that is absolutely awful. Short corner from Chelsea. Is it Palmer again or Neto? There you go, Hojlund. Oh, no. Yeah, Hojlund, I don't know why, guys. Hojlund holds onto the ball as long as he does. I don't know why he doesn't see the pass as quickly as he should. But that's called football intelligence. All of that is football intelligence, which these players, some of it you can gain with experience, and some of it, a 18-year-old Rooney knew, a 17-year-old Ronaldo knew. Like, some players just have it already. Cole Palmer has it already. Oh my gosh, Rashford. Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. No, it's one way to analyze it. You're saying that it feel like both teams are just doing jabs at the moment. They're not looked into the match. They're not understanding the assignment. It's not rough enough. It's not. You don't feel like it's serious enough. Guys aren't busting their guts yet and running 100 miles an hour. Like, it feels like two mates having fun. Cole Palmer's not having a good game either. Like, even that, just from Cole Palmer, he's had 3 players on, and his choice to shoot is not good. I feel like he's trying to prove it. When Cole Palmer plays in some of the big games, sometimes I feel like he's trying too hard. He should just pass the ball there. At the end of the day, guys, you know what? I also got to give United a bit of credit, because when I see Chelsea play against Liverpool, when I see Chelsea play against other teams, they look all right. They look good. And against Man United today, Chelsea don't look that great. So I'm thinking, is it because of our structure, or is it our Chelsea having it off? There we go. Oh, there we go. Through. Finish. Oh. Oh, we got a free kick on the edge of the box. And once again, Ugarte intercepted the ball. One thing that Ugarte is good at, he's not a good passer of the ball, and his technical ability is not great. But he's clearly not being bought for his technicality. He's clearly being bought for all the intangibles, all the running around, covering space, tackling, intercepting the ball. He's basically Mason Mount, but he knows what he's doing. Mason Mount plays that sort of running around role, and Mason Mount might be a bit more technical, but he's not aggressive. He's not going to win tackles. All these things. He's like a Mason Mount, but without Mason Mount's passing ability, really. Because Mason Mount is a decent passer of the ball, not great, but he can pass the ball a bit. Ugarte, yeah, Ugarte, he's not him when it comes to passing around the ball. Like, Casemiro is a better passer than Ugarte. But one thing Ugarte is doing, I could clearly see, He's doing well. He's trying to win the ball very high up. He's reading the game, trying to read the game, and he's trying to intercept passes. Something that Kobe Manu can't do. Kobe plays in them deeper positions, but the way he plays football is like an attacking player. You can play Kobe there all you like, but Kobe's mentality is to attack. So he's not gonna cover space. He's not gonna screen. He's not gonna do a lot of the same defensive stuff that Ugarte does. He's not. He's not a defensive player. You can play him there all you like, but he will never be a defensive player. He doesn't. You can tell Kobe Manu doesn't even like playing that DM role. He prefers to play further forward, nearer to the penalty box. It's clear. What I mean, Kobe Manu was a striker 2 years ago. So you don't be a striker in a youth team, then get converted to a midfield player in the next 2 years, and then be like, oh, I'm a DM now. No, no. Just like McTominay was a striker in the youth team and he was converted to midfielder because we don't, you know, we don't create midfielders in our academy. So all of these Kobe Manus and McTominays that were strikers are all coming through now as midfielders. But these guys are attackers in their hearts. The reason why McTominay couldn't do so many things as a DM is because he's not a DM. He's an attacker. He's a forward. Kobe's a number 10. Bruno's free kick hit the wall. It was a bad free kick, to be fair. Fernandez. Oh, okay. Ball collected by Sanchez. He's trying to calm Chelsea down right now. If I had to choose based on the chances, lack of chances, or I mean, there hasn't really been chances. So let's say opportunities to create chances. Because I see an opportunity to create chance as I've seen an opportunity to create a chance as when Hojlund had opportunity to release the ball to Garnacho and he didn't. That's an opportunity to create a chance. As in, if you executed that, a chance would have been created, right? So I don't think there's been many chances in this match, i.e., one-on-ones with the goalkeeper, shots going off. There haven't been many chances, but there've been opportunities to create chances, and both teams are just a yard off the pace. Or Cole Palmer is releasing the ball a bit too slow, or Hojlund's releasing the ball a bit too slow, or players are shooting rather than passing and making the wrong decisions. That's what we've seen today. We've seen two teams that are nowhere near their prime, that are at the beginning. Well, I mean, technically speaking, Maynard will be at the beginning because Ten Hag is gone. But both teams kind of at the beginning of a 2 or 3 year program. And this game is being so scrappy. This game is being so scrappy that even Chelsea don't even look good in this game. And I'm thinking, is it? Yeah, it could be our structure. But also, is it to do with the fact that we're also playing so scrappy? And you know when, like, the common denominator, like that one team just brings down the whole, like, quality of the whole match by playing so rubbish, you force the other team to just play rubbish too? Oh, my Lord. Yeah, Chelsea are not playing well at all, bro. This is a sad football match to watch right now. We're trying to make that Fofana that a penalty. Oh, come on, Fofana. We're definitely. I said before, we're definitely a more compact team now, especially with Casemiro and Ugarte, which is, and like I said, the structure potentially is why Chelsea are not playing their game. All right. Mm. Oh, nice, Cole Palmer. What the heck? I don't know if you meant that. If you meant that, if that's a bad touch. He's got fouled though. 42 minutes on the clock. Ugarte's been booked. I don't know if he meant to do that, Cole Palmer. I feel like that touch there was like just a like he was off balance and he just took stuck his leg out and he just managed to just find that space. But it looked good though. That touch inside. Ugarte's got a yellow, which means he's got to be careful, guys. He's got to be careful now because Chelsea are not going to stop. But the first half is almost done, and to be fair, there's nothing to report in the first half. It's been a nothing game. There we go, Cole Palmer. Shorty's gonna whip it in with his left. Outside, curler. Outward. There we go. Oh, and ooh, clearance by Man United. Why do we keep Garnacho up? Garnacho is not as quick, yeah, as people think he is. He just looks frantic. He plays football in a frantic way, so he appears quick. Whenever you see Garnacho in a foot race with any footballer, he will never ever beat them. I've never seen Garnacho the way that Rashford can kick the ball and beat his man. Garnacho, I've never seen him do that. He's deceptively like he's not as quick as you think he is, Garnacho, at all. Yeah, it's not a good game. But I think the fact that this game is not a good game is definitely much better for United, for us, because we can just drag Chelsea down to our level. We can play this scruffy game. We don't play good football. Oh, look at Garnacho's touch there. It's so bad. 44 minutes on the clock. The ball was fizzed into Garnacho, and you had to just do all you had to do was touch it. Just touch the ball inside to Bruno. The ball went up in the air off his feet. That's technical, man. That's just technique. I'm tired of seeing that sort of stuff with this team. You know, like why is the ball doing that? Just control the ball. It's just the basic stuff. When I see these footballers unable to do basic stuff on a regular basic basis, while still getting into this team because they can, but just because they're quick, it's just like what are we doing here? You can be fast all you want, bruv. Neto, oi, Dallo, that's you're gonna get yellow for that. No, yeah, Dallo, man, come on, you're gonna get booked for that, bro. That Neto control. I thought that ball was going out from, but Neto, yeah, Neto kept it on, and then it's touched inside. The thing is, when Rashford yeah was playing with like Greenwood and Martial, he looked the less technical out of the two. He looked like the most frantic out of the two, whereas Greenwood and Martial were just saucy. Everything was purposeful. Now, when you see Rashford with these two, Garnacho and Hojlund, he looks the most calm and composed out of the two. The other two look like crazy crackheads running around on a pitch with yellow hair. Anyway, Chelsea. Once again, Cole Palmer, left foot swinger. Yeah. How do you analyze this one, guys? How do you analyze this performance? Are you happy with the performance, but unhappy with the result? Do you think the performance is not good enough? Because how are you gonna look at this? Are you gonna look at this as we're stopping Chelsea from playing, so we're playing well, or Chelsea are not playing well, and it's got nothing to do with us? Like, how much weight are you gonna put onto the structure? How much weight are you gonna be putting on the fact that Chelsea are not having a good day? Finish! Oh, Rashford hit the crossbar. Oh, that's the closest we've come to scoring a goal. Well, not really, because Madueke hit the post. So Madueke hit the post. Is that a crossbar or post? Did Rashford hit? It crossbar. It looks like. And it was Bruno's clipped pass. Yeah, Bruno. Garnacho did the exact same thing. You sent the ball over the top to Garnacho a few games ago, or might have been last game, and he slammed that ball into the net. And you had the same chance, and you skied the ball into the yeah. Oh, it's just annoying. But there you go, guys. Half time. The whistle has blown. 0-0. It's been a nothing first half. Both teams, well, neither team really playing well. We are used to Man United not playing well. I don't believe apart from the last game against Leicester, we haven't played good football consistently for a year and a half. So this is the Man United that we're used to. This type of Man United where we can't keep the ball, we can't string more than 10 passes together. When we attack, we're indecisive. There's lack of cohesion in the final third with the front three and with the midfield. Bruno, do you know what Bruno's doing okay? No, he's not. He's playing crap. But one thing I will say about Bruno is today he's closer to CASEMIRO and Ugarte than he usually is. Usually he leaves them alone. And today, at least I see him drop deep. The thing is, when he has dropped deep and he has tried to find a pass, he's just hoofed it, and he hasn't found his man as usual. And I say as usual because if you constantly, as a number 10, get 60% possession or 66% possession, then I can argue that 36% of the time you never find your man. So that's too much. That's too much. We all know Bruno loses the ball too much, and we all know Bruno does these crazy passes a bit too much. We know that. And today it was no different. Today was no different. And today I think it's reminding all of us, this match, that this is still, nothing's changed. It hasn't been that long to implement anything new. Ruud van Nistelrooy isn't the one. He's playing the same players. He might have swapped the fullbacks around, and he might be starting Ugarte. But other than that, he's starting the same players, so we're not seeing anything different. And Chelsea haven't really got out second gear. And it's part and part. It's part because we are a bit better structured. Also because Chelsea, they're not on it today. They're not on it today. And it's very clear they're not on it. So the thing is, the question now is, what's Chelsea going to be looking like when they come out in the second half? If we continue playing this way, who's going to make the changes first? Chelsea can make changes. Chelsea have Mudryk and all of these other players. Has João Felix and you know, they have more players on the bench to make changes than we do. We can make changes now. We can, but not like Chelsea can. Ugarte looks nervous today, but he's done his job today. So not really a great match to watch, to be fair. And I'm pretty sure if you're neutral, you'd probably say this is boring match. And the first half went slow. We hit two chances. Woodwork hit twice. So there are goals in this game, and goals will be scored if somebody on either team finds a bit of quality. Because the one common thread in this game, guys, is the fact that when it matters, whether it's Hojlund on the ball, Bruno on the ball, or even Cole Palmer, the last pass, the final pass, the last decision, the most important decision is not being correctly made. People are making wrong decisions in this game, and that's a common thread. Chelsea are playing with a high line, and if we were more potent, we could have done more damage already against Chelsea's high line. So it's all to play for, but the match it's just not a nice or good match to watch if you are a football fan. We've managed to bring Chelsea down to our level. You know, when you're having a conversation with somebody and you want the level of discourse to be technical and high level, and this person only has 5 words in his vocabulary. So you have to go to that person's level and talk talk to that person at their level because they don't understand you. I feel like that's what Man United have done to Chelsea. They forced Chelsea to listen. If you're gonna play against us, you got to play shit. You got to play crap football. You got to play like us because we are gonna drag you down to some unholy football. This football that we play should be illegal with the front three that we play with. I can't stand that front three. I cannot, guys, and I've explained why that front three just does not work for me. Anyway, that being said, there's still a second half of football to play. So let's hope we see better football in the second half, guys. I am going away for a quick break and I'll be back in 2 minutes for the second half. Stay tuned, stay locked in, don't go anywhere. Grab yourself another drink or whatever you're eating or whatever you're doing, and I'll be right back for this dead second half of football. In a bit, people. Probably gonna take 2 or 3 pulls. And we are back, people. Gusto's come off for Cucurella. So Chelsea make the first change. I'm good. So let's see who makes a difference in the second half. Which team comes out stronger with the fire up their backside? Because I think you were right when you said, you know what? It's not like both teams are not trying, but the way that the match is coming across and it's developing at the moment, it's like both teams are sparring. It's like both teams are sparring right now, and it's like nothing's happening. Mm. Interesting, isn't it? My live doesn't come up when I type in my name. It's interesting. Chosenwizdom. But everything else has come up. All the other scheduled ones. Is it showing you live? Is it red? Yeah, it's still red, but the actual live stream isn't the one that. Every other, like the 3 days ago, the ones in advance will come up, but not the one that's streaming right now. It doesn't come up at all. I'm like, why? Why wouldn't you show people what I'm actually doing right now once they type my name in? There we go. Palmer on the ball. Madueke. Yeah, but you need to ask these guys next time who them. Why does it happen? Yeah. And it comes up for me when I open my phone. You can see your person that comes on my phone. Were you already watching it or something? No, just watching count to see. Oh, yeah. Oh! Maybe this is what happens when Chelsea don't play Enzo. Because like one thing I've seen is that Chelsea almost look like just like we do, 2 teams. The front, the back like 6, the 4 and the 2, and then the front 4 are like 2 different teams, and there's no joining of the 2 things. And United are the same. United is like the back 4 and ugarte and Casemiro, and then the front 4. It's like they don't play together as a fluid team and move the ball around and appreciate the spaces and move into different spaces and just play a fluid football. It's like defense and then attack. And Chelsea are almost similar in that way. I feel that with both teams are playing 2 DMs. And when I say 2 DMs, 2 defensively minded footballers in their double pivot. And neither of them neither the four people, the four players in a double pivot in this match, neither of them are like pelos. Neither of them are distributors of the ball. Casemiro is a good passer of the ball, but he's not Busquets. So I feel like there isn't that cohesion, fluidity that you need at the moment with these two teams. Last game, I gave RUUD a lot of credit for the substitutions that he made. I was impressed. Oh, that's not good, Cole Palmer. See, that's when you know this game's not a good game. Yeah, last game I was impressed by his subs. So let's see if he does the same in this match. Let's see if his subs change the game in any way, if or when he does make them. Like I said, off the ball, the structure, we've been okay off the ball. Off the ball, we've been all right. But on the ball, we've been absolutely dire on the ball. Even look at past garnacho. Why was it so bent? Why was it so wide? Oh, we swamped Chelsea. All right, corner for Chelsea. It's annoying watching this Man United team because four of our best players on the ball are Manu, Ericsson, arguably Zirkzee on the ball, and I think I said Ahmad already. And we're not playing with them. We're not playing with those players. And that's the problem with playing with off the ball players, playing with speed and power merchants, because they need to play football. They need to play with the ball. And when they get the ball, oh, hmm, yeah. Off the ball, we're putting in a shift off the ball, but on the ball, we're just not good. And it's not just the midfield, because at the end of the day, if you're a midfielder, you want options. You want your wingers, you want your forwards to come towards the ball, hold the ball up, bring others into play. Oh my lord. And none of our players can do that. None of our forwards can do that. That's why I'm surprised we're playing with the forwards we're playing with. I'm surprised with RUUD. But if you look at it as it's still 0-0, we're not losing. 54 minutes almost on the clock. So RUUD could be looking at this like job well done, while we're looking at it as this is poor. Keeper Martinez, and again, okay. Oh wow. Huh? Why do you guys let it bounce like 4 times? That is so weird, bro. These guys are watching the ball bounce like 3 or 4 times. The ball doesn't even need to bounce. You can. Why can't anybody have the technical ability to pluck the ball from? Oh, that shot from Neto just whizzed past the post. That is the. I mean, that wasn't even a chance. I mean, he took that shot from about, yeah, from the edge of the box. But that was close, guys. That was close. It swerved away just the last minute, about a yard wide or half a yard wide. Once again, Hojlund. This hoofing the ball to Hojlund and letting Hojlund fall over to win free kicks is gonna annoy me. I don't like seeing stuff like that. That's not even football. That's just it's smart. It's getting your way out of trouble. Is it's alleviating pressure, and that is so you have to give that credit. But he does it. He does it. He doesn't look. You do that every so often to alleviate pressure, but I just feel like Hojlund 90% of the time he's on his ass. He's on his ass, and oh, oh, Garnacho, man. Garnacho just does the same thing. Like, I'm gonna try not to be so frustrated when I watch Garnacho, but it's hard not to. And I don't understand why I feel like I'm the only person who's frustrated when I watch that footballer. I feel like everyone else watches him like he's their child. Like, oh, Garnacho, and I'm the only one who actually watches him like a professional footballer getting paid 100 grand. Do you know what I'm saying? I view him the same way I view all footballers, and I measure him the same way I measure all footballers, and he's not good. Whereas everyone else is like, oh, it's Garnacho, he's young, he's you let him grow and all these little things. I like the kid, and I'm like, listen, I don't care, bruv. Like, you're either good or you're not. Like when Rooney was 18, 3 years younger than this kid, we weren't saying, oh, he's only 18. He was good. Like this whole making all these footballers into infants and into children when you like them, just to excuse their crap. Oh, but but no, bro. Just say what you see. Garnacho is not that good. It's okay. He isn't good. Hey, Rashford cut back. It's okay. Well done. Keep the ball. Keep the ball, Rashford. Well done. I thought you were gonna do you were gonna do your usual run into no man's land and lose the ball, but you stopped. You saw that there was nowhere for you to go. Oh, Garnacho! Even just then, when Garnacho had the ball and he took those 3 touches, bro, it's a one-time pass, Garnacho, and you got to look for the ball. Garnacho's not even careful with the ball at his feet. He's not. Just watching this kid play football is very frustrating. All right, go Ugarte. Do you know what? Ugarte is not the greatest pass on the ball, but that was a good. Oh, that's a good ball in by Rashford. One thing about Rashford, yeah, when Rashford plays on the right, like he can't cut in because he's not left-footed, and he wants to cut in and shoot. So when he plays on the right, he's almost forced. He's forced to put balls in the box rather than cut in, and he's much better at putting balls in the box than Garnacho is. I mean, he set up Garnacho for a goal the other day. Corner, Bruno taking the corner. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, shot from Rashford straight into the keeper's arms. All right, Cole Palmer, Cucurella. Good defending. Yeah, Chelsea are not playing well at all. I think this game is for United to win, I think we can win this game. If we can get the final pass right, like I said, we can win this game. Chelsea are not impressive, mate. They're not impressive at all. Mazraoui's giving a free kick away. Reece James has absolutely pocketed Garnacho. Absolutely. But Reece James is arguably, when he's fit, let's keep it 100 guys on this channel. It's not about bias. When Reece James is fit, he is arguably the best right back in the league. This could be a little Casemiro header to win it or something. I feel like that could happen today. This football match, guys, I'm not going to lie, it is not a great watch at all. Wow. All right, headed clear. Corner headed clear from Dallo. I think Chelsea are going to go back to their goalkeeper. No. No. Hey, oh, Garnacho, why do you need to, once again, footballing IQ, guys? Let's take note of what happened in the situation that we just saw. 61 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock when Garnacho should have been through. He had a whole pitch to run into, and for some reason, the kid decided to be offside. There's no reason for him to be offside. There is no reason, none, for him to be offside. He had a whole pitch to run into. Oh my lord! Is that Lavia? Lavia has been shocking today. Big up everybody inside the chat. Big up Soulful Curl, Turkish. Offside again. It's been a disjointed. Like I said, the game. I feel like what's happened in this game is that both teams are playing or played a system that I feel is disjointed. I don't feel like playing two defensive midfielders in the double pivot has worked in terms of the attacking prowess and the fluidity for both teams in this match. Not for Chelsea. I think Lavia hasn't been good. But at the same time, I don't think Ugarte has been good or Casemiro has been good going forward, but they've been good going backwards. And they've been good structurally. They've been good defensively, but they haven't been good on the ball. But none of the attackers have been good. So I'm not just picking on the central midfielders. I'm just talking about the central midfielders right now and say that neither of the four central midfielders, the four DMs are on show right now, neither of them are really, yeah, they're not expansive enough or creative enough. And I think they're having two people in a double pivot, two DMs, defensive players in a double pivot, I think is one of the reasons why we're not getting an expansive game today. What would happen if rather than Ugarte played, Ericsson played? We might have more fun and more joy on the ball, but would we have more spaces, more holes in behind? There we go. Garnacho's there. Oh, Bruno, you're too slow. Oh my lord, Garnacho. Garnacho again. My problem with Garnacho also is that if that was Martial or somebody that the crowd hated, that was missing all of these chances, that was doing the things that Garnacho was doing, the way that he would get abused online and bullied online, and what is that from Garnacho? That is so. Get him off the pitch. Get Garnacho off the pitch now. He's had a terrible game. What is that? Basic shit. Just connect with the ball and kick it. You can't do. And no one's gonna be talking about this. His performance today. He's allowed to play bad like this, and no one talks about it. He gets let off. Imagine if Sancho had this kind of performance. Imagine if Sancho was miss-kicking footballs the way Garnacho's doing right now, and doing. It would be like, oh, Sancho's pants, Sancho's rubbish. I just can't stand the double standards of football fans, man. It makes me sick. I can't believe what I just saw with Garnacho. That's that's insane. That miss. A free shot. I can't. But this just doesn't make sense. I don't get these yellow cards, man. I don't get these yellow cards because what is? Someone needs to explain to me, yeah, what dissent is. Because dissent, yeah, can't just be showing dissatisfaction that you've been unfairly treated. I don't get that. If you should be allowed, yeah, as a footballer, like to show that you're annoyed. Because when you're playing football, you're angry, you're slide tackling, you're showing your annoyance towards your players, right? But as soon as something crazy happens, like the referee gives a free kick against you, that shouldn't be a free kick, and you're undone by, right? Undone by. You've been treated unfairly. You're supposed to hold that in the sport that has all the testosterone, all the aggression. You're supposed to hold that in and go to referee. Thank you, referee. Thank you, referee, for giving the free kick the wrong way. I'm happy about that. Hey, finish! Penalty. Well done. Well done. Penalty. So I don't get this whole, like, I think you should get booked, yeah. If you are smashing the ball, slamming the ball down, and telling the referee you fucking idiot. If you are doing the madness, then get booked. But if you're just asking the referee, why did you book me? That's not a free kick. Please tell me what happened. If you're just doing what Rashford is doing, like what the hell's going on, is asking questions, then why are you getting booked for that? I don't know. Is that a penalty? Let me see the guy. Let's see if this is a penalty. No, that's a penalty, man. I'm sorry. They're not gonna rescind that. They're not gonna pull that back or take it back. It's a penalty. Look, I said we've been playing badly. We haven't played well. In my opinion, neither team deserves to win this game. But as a Man United fan, I will take this. I will take this. I'm annoyed about the team that the managers played, the attackers that we played. But I'll take this. I'll take this penalty. I'll take this. And I don't think Bruno's gonna miss. Bruno hardly misses penalty. Look, last five, he's missed one. The way that Hojlund celebrated that penalty as well, guys, it's so he's playing so rubbish and he's so shameless. Anyway, guys, my camera is moving a bit funny right now, so bear with me a few minutes while I sort this. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes scored the penalty, guys, and Man United are 1-0 up. Bruno Fernandes with the penalty, bottom left against Chelsea, and RUUD is fist is in the air. He's pumping the air. As I said, guys, the camera is currently down, but you can still hear my voice, and the camera will be back up and running very, very shortly while we fix this issue. But 1-0 up. Man United sucker punch. And do you know what? Chelsea, I mean, yes, they've hit the post, but other than that, they haven't really come close to scoring. So I can see this finishing 1-0. This game has a 1-0 Man United sucker punch written all over it. Look at RUUD. Look at RUUD. RUUD celebrating like he scored himself. Look at RUUD. He's a man. See? You can tell when somebody's Man United, man. Look how RUUD is celebrating with the fans. But the way it is, nah, that's a bit too much though, RUUD. Some jinx penalty and you're celebrating like you flipping you're the Nostradamus or something. Flipping it, RUUD. But yeah, good man. It's good vibes, man. At the end of the day, right now, it's Maynard. It's just vibes. But like I said, RUUD hasn't had the team long enough to implement anything different. So right now, all we're seeing is vibes. That's all we're seeing right now. Why is it all the way like? Why is it not pushed further, like here, like this, rather than that? Huh? What do you guys think? Is this game done now? Because the way that we play, I hope I'm back, guys. Am I back? I'm back. I think this game might be done because the way that we play football, on this counter-attacking business, once again, it's Rashford going off and Garnacho staying. I don't understand this Garnacho thing, guys. I really don't. Somebody's gonna have to explain it to me because based on football, Garnacho should not be surviving 90 minutes of football. He should not be. Once again, Rashford has had a better game than Garnacho today. Listen, you can argue. Don't argue. You can't argue. Like we also, with our eyes, we all saw what we saw today. And over the last few games, I would go. Like I said, Rashford has played better than Garnacho over the last few games, but it's Garnacho that keeps his place, and Rashford is the one that gets subbed. I can't believe, like, I'm beginning. I listen on this channel. We don't want to be biased, right? We don't want to be biased, and I have to check myself to make sure I'm not biased. So I have to just make sure when I criticize Garnacho, it's not getting into a place where the kid is annoying me so much here that I'm giving him the Pogba treatment where Pogba can't do no wrong. But I just don't understand. Like, cause I'm seeing something with my eyes that I feel like, why is no one else seeing this? How's Garnacho surviving? How's Garnacho keep surviving like all the time and Rashford getting sub before him all the time? How I just don't understand that. There's nothing that Garnacho offers more than Rashford. But work rate. Come on, man. Ahmad's got work rate. Work rate. I don't work rate. That's what people are gonna talk about. People are gonna talk about work rate. Uh, Forget work rate. Our final ball is what? Wow. Wow. Caicedo. And I thought the game was done out here. Caicedo said, "Hold my bear." Wow. Okay. I want to see that shot again. He packed that near post. Banana beaten. All right, let's see this again, guys. Replay. Slap. Oh, man. Oh. Oh. Do you know what it is, yeah, about that shot, yeah? I feel, yeah, I'm not going to blame Onana for it, like a lot of people will, because I don't, it's a good shot. However, I will say that I feel like Onana, he gets down, yeah. He gets down, a split. He's not the quickest goalkeeper to get down on the ground. He isn't. I've seen goalkeepers that get down really quick, and he's not one of those goalkeepers that does that. But I don't think that's his fault though. I think that's just a good shot. But it's the fact that he got a finger to it. He got a slight finger to it, and I'm thinking like if he just got down a split second to, oh wow, wow, Enzo came on and he missed. All you have to do is get you on target, and he would have scored. That could have been 2-1. You know, hey Chelsea have since Enzo's come on the pitch now. Yeah, Chelsea have come. Chelsea are meaning business. The games come to life all of a sudden. All it took was one goal, and now the game's come to life. And now the penalty's being cancelled out. It's 1-0, essentially 0-0 again. And to be fair, this game's a draw game. This game is a draw game. I'm a Man United fan, but this game is a draw game. And thing is, we needed to see Zirkzee on, and now after that goal, we're not going to see Zirkzee. We're not going to see Zirkzee now after that goal. Yeah, Chelsea have definitely upped the levels now, guys. They've definitely upped the levels. Definitely. We just let these guys straight back into the game after. Like, it took us 70 minutes to score one goal. And then, like, so, which makes me feel like, it will take another 70 minutes to score another one. And we just let these guys straight back. Here we go, Garnacho. Oh, he's so bad. Garnacho is so, like, why is he kept on the pitch? He's so awful, Garnacho. What is this? He's so awful. Look at this shot. That is so bad, guys. Oh, ugarte is on thin ice, you know. If ugarte makes another challenge or foul, he might get sent off, you know. I'm surprised that was a corner. I thought that was. Oh, it took a deflection. Hey! Gamble. Oh. The one thing I can say, at least we can look forward to the fact that only 1 week left. Only 1 week left, guys, before we see Ruben Amorim ball. Because I can't keep watching this kind of football for another season. I'm glad Ten Hag is gone, but we need to start watching like our team play football now. Garnacho is really bad at shooting. Really bad. Like Garnacho, he will have 20 shots in a game and might get 3 on target. And then he might score a worldie like every once in a while, and then people think he's good because of that, and they forget the chances he's like. Garnacho is a very frustrating footballer. I don't know. Maybe Garnacho's got one of those contracts where he has to play and all these things because I think he get. I don't know. I still understand it. He gets away with murder. Ugarte, be careful. Be careful, Ugarte. Mm, well done. Chelsea forced to go long. Both teams have gone long sometimes, which is okay. I mean, it's not going long is not illegal, but I think United have gone long a lot more to Hojlund than Chelsea have to Jackson. Go on, Ahmad. Well done. Give it in. Oh, Bruno, bro. Okay, Mazraoui, well done. What's Garnacho gonna do? Lose the ball. Everything was going fine, guys, but as you can imagine, he went to Garnacho, and then everything fell down when he went to Garnacho, as he usually does. Uh, but he's probably gonna score a goal, and then that will justify all of this other crap, right? One thing about Garnacho as well, yeah, when he does pass the ball back, and when he wants to keep the ball, which is very rarely, but when he does do it, a lot of times he's not very he's not very careful with his passing. Even that pass back there to Mazraoui, it wasn't to Mazraoui's feet. Mazraoui had to run a little bit just to collect the ball, and I'm like, bro, Mazraoui wasn't even that far away. This part to give the ball back to his feet, pass it to his feet. All right, Zirkzee is coming on. Looks like Zirkzee is coming on for Hojlund. And Garnacho lasts the full 90 minutes. Do you know what it is? It's probably because his energy and work rate as well. He doesn't get tired. He offers the problem I have with that is that you're choosing someone who runs over we do that a lot at Man United, which is a problem. We don't know how to develop or play a technical football. We haven't done that. Even under Fergie, the football we played under Fergie wasn't too techy. It wasn't some tiki taka stuff. We had a lot of Park Ji songs and those sort of like characters in our team. Barcelona's never had no Park Ji songs. The Real Madrid didn't have these sort of characters in their team. They had quality footballers, and that was it. Where I feel like, whereas I feel that we've always have these sort of like non-technical workhorse footballers in our team. Oh my lord, Garnacho once again. All you had to do was pass the ball, and he couldn't do it. Garnacho is so poor, and he's angry at Garnacho. I think. I think Garnacho has been by far, by long distance, the worst footballer on the pitch today. And the fact that he stayed on for 90 minutes is an absolute travesty. If I don't go online after this match and see people saying how bad Garnacho was today, then I'm. This is the reason why I'm doing this channel, because I feel like I'm alone in this football world. Whereas I'm seeing things very clearly. I'm seeing things very clearly, and the whole world can't see it. How? Like, I don't get it. But I'm not gonna focus. It's just one. It's not just one person that's making us play the way we're playing. or the reason why we're playing the way we're playing. But he's in this match specifically. Of all the players on our team, he's just the one that's annoyed me the most while I'm watching this match on the ball and what he's doing. Bruno hasn't been that great. Like our midfield hasn't been that great. Our forwards haven't been. Hojlund hasn't been great. But right, in this garnacho today, yeah, it's. I hope Casemiro was shining like garnacho. Oh, we are definitely more compact, and we appear to be harder to beat under this structure with Ugarte and Casemiro as a double pivot. I've said it many times. But the football that we play hasn't improved. And it wouldn't do. Why would it? Let's be real. Like we expect a bounce of attitude, more confidence and all these things which might lead to better football. But nothing has changed in the coaching. Nothing has changed materially, in the space of like a week. Like that's not enough time for anything to change. So we must always understand what we're seeing and also manage our expectations. I got to try to do that as well myself. Manage the expectations of what RUUD can do in the space of time that he has the team under his management. Yeah. Yeah. 2 minutes to go, guys. Almost 88 minutes on the clock. Nice, Mazraoui. Mazraoui's nice on the ball. Mazraoui's had a good game. Casemiro's been okay today. Don't shoot. Oh. I said don't shoot. Garnacho shot. I don't know how close it was, but oh man, Garnacho's keep it down, man. One thing about Garnacho is that he doesn't care. He just tries. And the problem I have with that is he doesn't understand his I feel like he doesn't understand his own ability. You know the footballers that try everything and don't understand what they're good at and don't understand that they're not actually good at that thing. Oh my lord. Bruno has to hit the ball 100 miles an hour. If Bruno decides to place the ball in that shot rather than just hit it as hard as he can, because Bruno just wanted to whack it as hard as he can. He didn't want to aim anywhere. He's not trying to aim into the corners. He just wants to whack it hard and hope the pace just beats the goalkeeper. But Bruno's not a finesse player, and that's why he's not a number 10. You can't be number 10 and play in that central role and have no finesse. Bruno doesn't have any finesse. Everything is inside of the boot, knockable or laces, and he whacks it. He just hits it hard. He almost hits the ball or hits the ball at you when he passes to you. He doesn't do anything with any care or delicacy. Delicacy? Probably not the right word to use, but you know what I mean. Like, 4 minutes of added time, guys. Anyway, it is 1-1 still. And to be fair, guys, 1-0 is probably the fairest result right now. It's the fairest result. He's got, yeah, Bruno should score that. I would, or at least get on target, man. The fact that he did what he did is just ridiculous, man. Once again, he hasn't been as bad as Garnacho today, but Bruno's been just as annoying. Rose Z as well. No composure. He just saw the glory, and oh, that's nice, Zirkzee. Oh, look, look at Rue's turtleneck. Rue's turtleneck is a different. It's a different type of turtleneck. It's just that's why I said Rue looks like Hannibal, bruv. These Dutch. Isn't he Danish? That Hannibal actor. Rue's Dutch. That's why they look. They got similar like look about him with the similar part of the world, similar culture, dress. Look at him with his turtleneck and shit. All he needs is glasses. Wears glasses and he's like Hannibal. Oh, Zirkzee. Zirkzee, I'm not gonna lie, man. You need to do better. Don't be like Hojlund. Oh. Ooh, Martinez. Wow, that's a high challenge above the knee as well. Oh. Ah. But at the same time, he's so far away. Like, I think it is a yellow. But the thing about that challenge, yeah, the ball's gone. The ball's gone. So that challenge was to stop him from going. But it's the fact that it was a bit high. It was above the knee. So the ball's gone and you've kicked him above the knee. So it could, I can see it being a red, but I don't know. Yeah, yellow's fine for me. It's a silly challenge though. I assume the referee's gonna add like a minute on. Yeah. And Ahmad got yellow as well. For this referee just handing out yellows like a flipping Oprah Winfrey show. Cole Palmer, yeah, he saw the glory. Cole Palmer could have easily passed the ball to his right. He wanted to shoot. Cole Palmer was doing a Bruno. I mean, he's Chelsea's Bruno, isn't he? He's just better than Bruno. Give it to Ahmad. Oh, you cunt. Oh, I can't stand Garnacho. Oh, man. When Ahmad was in the middle, just push it forward. Put it through to Ahmad. He was in the middle. Just put him through. He was on side. That was the ball. You don't need to always get to the byline, Garnacho. You can release the ball before you get to the byline. I think that summed up Garnacho's game, that thing at the end. Ahmad's there, just feed the ball through to him. Feed him through. No, he just wanted to hold on to the ball. Oh. All right, anyway, we got a corner. So the last kick of the game, I assume. Let's see what is it Bruno putting it through? Is it Bruno taking the corner? Oh, that is poor. All right, there we go, guys. Final whistle has gone. Manchester United 1, Chelsea 1. And before the game, if you had asked a United fan, would you take a draw? Would you take a draw? I think the majority of us would say yes, we would have taken a draw. After seeing the fact that we scored a penalty, and before the penalty, I know, the post, the woodwork was hit twice, once by Rashford and once by Madueke, but the game was flat. The game was flat and there weren't a lot of opportunities. And based on the fact that we scored first, I really thought we could have scumbagged that win. I thought we could have defended, and yes, we didn't play well, and yes, we couldn't string passes together and all these things, but sometimes it happens. And I really thought we could have scumbagged our way to a win today. Despite the fact that, yes, before the game started, I would have been happy with a draw in hindsight. However, there are three things. Before the game started, I would have been happy with the draw. Based on the fact that we scored a penalty and the game was really a nothing game, in my opinion, it was a boring game to watch. We could have scumbagged the win. However, based on the balance of the actual game, if you're gonna talk about deserving in football, in sport we don't talk about deserve, because in sport you have a win and you don't. But based on the balance of the game, how the game went, the chances or the lack of chances created, the progression of both teams, the way that both teams defended, the way that both teams attack or lack of attacking, basically the balance of the game. Based on the balance of the game, I believe a draw is a fair result. I think a draw is a fair result, even as a United fan, looking at it from a neutral point of view. A draw was the fair result. The penalty was a bit lucky. I didn't like the way Hojlund. No, okay. Be happy that you won a penalty, but Hojlund wasn't good today. Once again, we saw for about 70 minutes Hojlund spend most of his time on the floor, either leaning into players and falling over or getting dragged around on the floor. He did win a few free kicks to alleviate the pressure, but other than that, he offered nothing. Rashford was okay today. When Rashford has lost a lot of pace, and you can tell he doesn't run as much. He's a bit more disciplined now. He does his defensive work a bit more now, and when he plays on the right, it means he's not cutting in trying to shoot. He was okay today. Okay. Bruno, he wasn't good today. Bruno rarely plays good 90-minute performances. He's one of the only captains that Man United have had in their history that we can say doesn't really perform well for 90 minutes. There were times where he had the ball, he dropped deep, and he was hoofing the ball, doing his whole hoofball thing. There were times where he was in a perfect position to feed the ball through, and once again he hoofed it. Right at the end, he had a chance to score. He skied it into the air. Bruno wastes a lot of chances. He does it often, and we let him do it. Garnacho is who I really want to focus on today, and I know the love for Garnacho is high in the fan base because I do believe because of his age, because of how he looks, because of the fact he worships Ronaldo. So there's that Ronaldo link. Based on the fact the club and the propaganda behind the club pushes Garnacho in all the socials. So if you're young, you're gonna like Garnacho because the brainwashing has begun. The PR behind him is enormous. He can play. The game he played today was absolutely shocking. But I guarantee that if Martial or any of the players that the media choose to hate, because the media decides which players to always blame and which players to scapegoat, and Sancho was a scapegoat. If Sancho wasn't playing today and he was part of, and he was still playing for Man United, they'll be blaming Sancho for not being picked for the squad, and the reason why we lost is because Sancho wasn't in the squad. They'll find a way to make Sancho the scapegoat. And now that we didn't win this game, and we didn't lose either, but I wonder how many people are looking at Garnacho's performance today and saying, wow, his performance, yes, we like him, probably because he runs around, tries hard, and that's a very British thing. But his quality and his end product today was absolutely woeful. I feel sorry for Casemiro and Ugarte for a little bit. But as I said before in my assessment, I don't think the defensive six, the back four and the two DMs joined together with the attacking four. I don't think our team, our 11 players, were cohesive in the way they played today. It was disjointed. We couldn't string more than 5 passes together. It wasn't a good football match to watch. But I think on the ball we were bad. On the ball we were hopeless. But off the ball, I saw a structure that Chelsea found hard to beat. Whether Chelsea were off today or United were good structurally, or a combination of the two, right? There's grey areas, and it probably is a combination of the two. Chelsea probably didn't play their best, but we also structurally we're not too bad with Ugarte and Casemiro, two naturally maybe defensive minded players playing with each other side by side. The only issue with that is that they're not the best duo when it comes to progressive football and attacking football, and that's the issue. That's the problem. When these two had the ball, they lacked not really Casemiro. I think Casemiro has it, but Ugarte lacks the on the ball nous, creativity, ability often to do things. I got no complaints with the back four. I think Mazraoui had a good game today, and I think if I was going to pick the man of the match today, not Ugarte, the defensive. I like Mazraoui today. I think Mazraoui had a good game today. I didn't really notice Madueke too much. Yeah, just about I'd give it to Mazraoui. Like from a Man United perspective, I could easily given it to Caicedo for Chelsea in terms of the best player on that pitch. From Chelsea's perspective, I don't think they played well. I've seen them play much better. So while we haven't really seen United play well, we haven't really seen United play better than this. This is kind of our level. Let's be honest. We've seen Chelsea play better. So we at least know Chelsea have levels to go up. We don't know about this Man United team. This is a new team, and the new manager hasn't come in yet. So I'm glad, based on what I've seen, that also that the manager, RUUD, is only the interim, because I don't believe RUUD is different enough to Ten Hag. Or maybe I'm just using this small sample size to make that assessment, and I shouldn't, because RUUD probably won't want to change too much. If you're only interim and you're only going to be interim for about 2 or 3 games, you might not want to change too much. You might want to keep some consistency. But on the other hand, why don't you want to put your stamp on things? So I think both can be true. But the fact that Garnacho doesn't plays the full 90 minutes, it worries me. It scares me about RUUD being the permanent manager. So yeah, I'm good. I'm good with RUUD being interim, and I can't wait for AMORIM to come in. I pray that AMORIM does what I want to do. Everybody wants their manager to come and do what they want to do. Everyone sees football the way they see football in their own unique way. But I just pray that he makes the right decisions. I pray that Garnacho doesn't have a constant position in this team where he plays badly time and time again and he doesn't get dropped. Just like last season, he played badly and he didn't get dropped hardly. I don't want that. I want the manager to just identify his best players. And if he truly identifies and plays the best players in his 3-4-3 system, I do not believe Garnacho gets into the team. Not every game anyway. So that's it, guys. All in all, a mediocre game, two teams that never got going, two teams that played a very disjointed game, cagey game, not many chances, and I believe a draw was really the fair result. Van Nistelrooy, I think his last game, he might have one more, I'm not quite sure, but the new manager is going to come in and I can't wait to see what happens. I'm not going to be gassed up and say he's going to do everything well and he's going to be the best manager and we are back and Man United are back, because we've done this too many times over the last 10 years and I'm not going to do it this time. I'm going to make this manager work for my praise. I'm not going to rub him off. I'm not going to give him all this praise and glory before he's even started. I'm going to wait and see, and then when I see some good stuff, I will say so. And that's it. Let me know what you guys thought of the game today. Who was the man of the match? How did you see it unfold? Why didn't we win? Where were the issues today in the way we play football? How do you see us improving going forward under the new manager? Let me know your thoughts, guys. It's been a pleasure as always doing this watch along. Smash the like, turn on notifications, share this video. Let's make this channel grow. Let's talk football. On this channel, we say what we see and not just how we feel, because everything can be analyzed objectively as much as we can express our emotions and our anger about football. We can also retrospectively and also introspectively and take a step back and analyze things on a macro level, which is what we like to do on this channel. So stay tuned, stay locked as always, guys. When's our next game? Who? All right, yes, the Greek team, which I believe RUUD will also be managing. Listen, I don't even need a new manager to get us in the top four. I think I need a new manager, AMORIM, to win us the Europa League. I think that's what we need. I think that's our focus. We're not going to win the league. We're not good enough. But if we can get back in the Champions League and finish around 5th or something, or climb, or be around the top 4 positions come March, I think he'll have a good season. He's had a good season. So come on, AMORIM. We're waiting for you. RUUD, so far, you've done okay. But for me, I don't think you're brave enough. You're still starting with the Garnachos and the Rashfords and the hojlunds, the same failures of the old regime. And I don't think you're being brave enough, RUUD. You've been alright. It's fine, but I just don't think you're being brave enough. Garnacho's the worst player on the pitch today. Argue with your mama. Argue with her. Because if we saw the same game, there's no argument. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Have a good evening. Have a good week. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Or see you guys on Thursday for the United game. Peace out, man.